Sacktown, what is going on? Sacktown Pete back at it again. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Happy Sunday morning to everybody. I just hope you guys are all having a great weekend. I want to give Davion Mitchell another shout out for coming on, taking the time out of his day to come on. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was great to have him on and just talk basketball. And I'm looking forward to seeing Davion do big things in year two. Today, I want to talk about the Sacramento Kings and Utah Jazz guard Donovan Mitchell. Yes, Spida Mitchell potentially may be available in a trade with the Sacramento Kings. And do you do the trade for the Sacramento Kings? Absolutely, you do the trade for the Sacramento Kings. I came across this article on NBA Analyst Online written by James Piercy. He actually put up two trade packages that involves the Sacramento Kings in acquiring Donovan Mitchell. So let's talk about this first trade package that he put up together. So the Sacramento Kings will be receiving Donovan Mitchell, and they're giving up to the Utah Jazz. They're giving up Harrison Barnes, Rashad Holmes, this year's first-round draft pick, the 2024 first-round pick, and the 2026 first-round pick. That's a lot of three first-rounders, including two future first-rounders, including this year's first-round. So altogether, that's three first-round draft picks, and we're giving up Barnes and Holmes to Utah Jazz. Sign me up. Where do I sign the dot? Absolutely, we should trade for Donovan Mitchell with that package. I feel like that's a package where you cannot turn down, or if you can offer that, and the Utah Jazz are in a tough situation right now. You know, a week ago, Quinn Snyder stepped down. Donovan Mitchell reports coming out that he doesn't know which direction the franchise wants to go. Rudy Gobert give an ultimatum, hey, it's either me or Donovan Mitchell. So the Utah Jazz are kind of in a funk right now. They've had this core for a couple years now, and they haven't gotten anywhere with this core. So don't be surprised if the Jazz want to pull the plug and potentially could move Donovan Mitchell and keep Rudy Gobert and establish that core for them moving forward. For the Kings, how do I look at this for the Kings? Absolutely. You get a perennial all-star caliber player, a guy who dropped 57 points in a playoff game, in the playoffs. Yes, you don't say no. You got to do this trade for Sacramento. I think that you add Donovan Mitchell, you have Davion Mitchell, you have De'Aaron Fox, you have Domantas Sabonis. You put a player in Donovan Mitchell that fits the timeline in the same group as your core, and Davion, De'Aaron, and Sabonis. Absolutely. It's a playoff caliber team in my opinion because Donovan Mitchell is that damn good. And it's a domino effect. Anytime you trade and acquire for Domantas Sabonis, you're going to get another star. Another stars will come and play. And whether that's through a trade or signing through free agency, I think that Donovan Mitchell would be a great pickup for the Sacramento Kings. And I think that this has to be the year that the Kings would be open to moving the draft pick for established all-star caliber player. Yes, you're going to find a very good basketball player in the draft at number 4. But the fact that you can have a talent like a Donovan Mitchell, you got to pull the trigger for Sacramento, in my opinion. And I think that really would push the needle for your franchise and what your goal is in trying to make the playoffs. So he also put up another trade package as well. This one, he got a third team involved. This one's pretty interesting. So the Brooklyn Nets will receive Rashad Holmes, Harrison Barnes. Utah Jazz will receive Ben Simmons, the Kings' first-round draft pick, this year's draft pick, and the 2024-2026 first-round draft pick, and the Kings will receive Donovan Mitchell. Getting a third team involved to make this type of move is very critical because in this case, the Brooklyn Nets, you don't know how Ben Simmons or what the situation is with Ben Simmons. Reports coming out in the playoffs that they're pushing him to get on the court for games 3 and 4, and he mentally wasn't ready. So the fact that I don't know if there's an issue there internally where the fact that Ben Simmons was pushed and he wasn't ready and he didn't like that, and the Brooklyn Nets front office didn't like the fact that he was not ready to go and play games 3 and 4. So Brooklyn Nets could potentially move him and look for getting their pieces. I don't know if they would give up Ben Simmons and get Harrison Barnes, Rashad Holmes back, but those two players can definitely help Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, assuming that they stay in Brooklyn with the Nets. As for the Jazz, they get Ben Simmons, they get somebody to replace Donovan Mitchell, and they get the Kings 3 first-round draft picks. Just gives that organization to build around, the post-Donovan Mitchell era. And for the Kings, man, you get Donovan Mitchell. Like I said, his defensive ability is obviously questionable, but I think that his defense ability can definitely get a lot better, especially having Davion on your team who's going to push you and to be better on the defensive end and work extra hard. I think that Donovan Mitchell would be a tremendous fit next to De'Aaron Fox in the backcourt. And the fact that you can have Davion Mitchell coming off the bench as a sixth man, or even in some instances have Donovan slide over to the 3 and have Davion in the backcourt with De'Aaron Fox alongside with Sabonis and Trey Lyles. I think that would be a legit starting 5, or even just during fourth quarter crunch time lineups. I think that would be a deadly lineup for the Sacramento Kings. Let me know your guys' thoughts, because I'm curious to hear from you guys. Take this all with a grain of salt. This is just all rumors. I wanted to just browsing, and I thought that it would be great to talk and discuss about it. But I gotta say, the Utah Jazz, whatever they do with Donovan Mitchell, I don't know if he's going to be there in their plans, or he has in their long-term plans, because him and Rudy Gobert, maybe they move Rudy Gobert. Maybe they decide to keep Donovan. He's too talented to give up, and they maybe decide to move Rudy Gobert. But I feel like the vibe that I'm getting and all this talk around the league with Quinn Snyder snapping down their head coach, he just doesn't know which direction the franchise wants to head in. And if the franchise feels like the front office in Utah feel like they got to move in a different direction and rebuild, why not ship Donovan Mitchell out for a top 4 pick in this year's draft, and you get future assets, and you get two veteran forwards and centers to upscale up to upbring the nucleus in Utah, and Rashad Holmes and Harrison Barnes. That's why I feel about this trade. I honestly like it. Both trade packages, we're not giving up or breaking up our core players. That's the why I really like it. Yes, you do give your future incentives and draft picks in this year's draft, and second 2 future first-round picks. But the fact that you're getting an all-star caliber player in return, and he's really good friends with De'Aaron Fox, and he would be a legit pickup and a piece added to the core that's already currently in place, it's a no-brainer. You do the trade. You acquire Donovan Mitchell, and you put him alongside with Domantas Sabonis, De'Aaron Fox, Davion Mitchell, and you see what this core in place does moving forward. I like it a lot. I honestly like it a lot. I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this potential Donovan Mitchell trade packages with the Sacramento Kings. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. Please hit the like and subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it. That's going to do it for me for today's Sacktown. I really do appreciate you. You guys take care. Have a great Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.